So one of the things I've been doing is putting the capping, wall capping on the platform. I've done the other side as well, and that will be getting covered with bushes, foliage and whatever else. It's just finishing off the one platform that I've built. I'm now putting the capping on the top. I'm doing also where the station building is going to be sat. If I get it into position, as I said, I marked out with pencil, so it will be sat by there. It's probably a bit too close to the edge of the platform, but I suppose it'll do for now. And then I'll do the walling on that piece there, and I'll finish the walling off and around, and then I will make a start on the other platform, which is just over there. So that'll be 2 platforms fully done. Well, this one will have the wall, obviously the other one won't because it's an island platform. So hopefully you'll see it next in its full position on the layout with the other one done, and then all I need to do then is the crossover, the gantry kit I've got, and then obviously I won't be able to do it fully. I'll do it onto this platform. It'll be by here in theory on the layout. I'll have to leave the other bit till I get the other bit of kit for it. This is just showing you what I've done so far this week, or today, not this week. So I've still got a few hours to go and one more kit to do, and then hopefully we'll move on to what else I've done next. So see you in a minute. So this is the finished platform. Got the wall in from one side for the capping stone and the engine on the edge of the platform, going all the way along around there to where the steps are, all the way along and to the other side, and then looking down it looks like that. I know by here there isn't enough space or much of a platform. I don't know if it's going to be best gluing the building onto it so it doesn't move all the time. I'm not too sure yet. I've just put the capping on the top of the roofs. There we go, getting glued down in a minute. So that's one fully completed platform, and I'm now working on the other one, so hopefully I'll show you the next stage of where I'm at with the next one in a sec. So this is quite a while later from doing the first platform, and I've now fully completed the second platform. It's slightly a little bit short on the end there. That's a bit of error on my part. I will be putting in a little piece there to fill up the gap. But that's both platforms now finished, and we'll be making the third platform possibly next. As it's only going to be a small little piece. To be honest, this second platform taking me about 2.5 hours to do. They're quite a fiddly kit when you get going. If I flip it over, it's at the best of my ability. It's not like this one. If I just flip it over quickly, it's not like this one because this one's a bit more wider, but the construction's still the same with a bit of it. But other than that, it's I've only put these strengtheners are in that one mainly, and then in this one it doesn't. I might add a few more here and there as time goes on, just to strengthen it up a little bit. But as I said, this is the island platform, so it's going to have no walls, just the edging platform, and then obviously the third one will be along here somewhere on the layout, and it will be in situ. So what I'll do is I'll go to a brief cut off and I'll show you what they look like when they are on the layout. So I should be back in a second. So this is the platforms back in place. As you can see, fits quite nicely. So the same with the end there, the piece, the village scene will be coming along here, along this little ridge. So I'm not going to bother putting in a little piece there. I'll probably just put a little piece of a wall there, just to show that it's the end of the platform. But other than that, it fits in quite well. Apart from the little issue I've noticed is on this corner here, the centre of the coach catches just that little piece there, so I'm going to have to somehow shave it down slightly. I might just trim it with a pair of scissors and then redo the edging. But other than that, they're in place and they're looking like the part now. I've just got to do certain other little bits. As you can see also that I've been seeing how far the point riding kit goes. You get 4 on a sprue, so obviously along this line, going along there, it'll double up until this point. So from here to the signal box it's doubled, so 1 sprue is there, so that's another sprue, and that's another sprue, so that's 3 sprues out of the 4 I had from the first kit I bought. And then there's only 3 there, and then there's 5 there from the other extension kit. So I've been, while breaking up from the platform, looking at how it goes together, so I've just put it in roughly of where it's going to go, so it's going to look the part. Although coming up to this point here, that's where it finishes for it's another one to start, and it doesn't go all the way through till one of the first clips I think it is. So I don't know how I'm going to overcome that, whether I'll have to cut one in half and make it, because you've got to do this little diagram here where it comes, but this bit's glued to the other end of that piece with obviously the little holding mechanism, whatever you want to call it, in place. So I'll probably just have to cut in half and then attach it, go underneath with this bit there, and then just shows you how you should stick over the deflector ramp. So yeah, that's, as I said, it's 2, 3 of the sprues up to here, and then this is obviously going to be 1, so there's 4 in, as I said, there's 4 in each. So from there's 1, 2, 3, so we're talking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 along from that point to there, and then somehow underneath and along here going to these 2 points. And then thinking about it as well, this is going to have to control these 3, so I think I'm going to go from this one under So from the out here, underneath, and then that one go there. They both come underneath, and then all three of them go along there to the signal box. And then somehow it doesn't show you a picture, but incorporating something of like this, and then with the little pieces going into underneath the platform, the signal box, sorry, the platform, so it looks like that they do go inside. And then what I'll do is I'll get a bit of plastic card and make like a little wooden cover, as you see mostly at signal boxes, with a wooden cover on it, and then that'll be it then. And obviously start scenic it. I also on the back end, well, the other day, if we just take a glimpse underneath the baseboard, I've now wired up the branch line with, if I can get it with my finger, these two droppers, them two droppers, and then there's them two there. All under here is drilled, ready and waiting, and then I've put in these droppers here for the branch line waiting to be done. That's where the blue clips are, to show me where they are. And then obviously the two main lines need doing here. What I have noticed is locos, or certain locos, it's not happening with all of them, it's just certain ones don't like these crossovers very much, especially on this branch line one. This LNER loco definitely doesn't like them. Even on that one there, for some strange reason, by here going through the front bogie, I don't know, seems to want to just divert and go down that way, and then it derails itself. So I don't know if that's a gauging issue with these. I'm not too sure. Let's see if it'll work. Just put the local on. I'll show you what I mean. It probably won't do it now because I've got a camera and it's in the limelight. But basically, see, you can see straight away. My evidence is clear enough there that it's for some strange reason it wants to turn as if it's a point, but it's obviously not a point, it's a crossover. So like, put my finger, it just doesn't want to, for some strange reason, just wants to go down this track. So I don't know why that is the issue. I'm not too sure really, but for now they'll be down, and then if I can, if the problem still arises, then they'll have to come out and I'll have to find another set from somewhere, or I might just resolve the issue and just carve out a piece of plastic there or whatever to make it more easier for it. But as you can see, it just wants to just derail itself. But other than that, not much has changed, although you can probably see that there's track laid out, and it's all as it is. The two freight trains there are parked up because while I was doing wiring yesterday, I had two trains running on the main lines, so I packed them up so we could have the DMU and this Hornby loco and a few other ones, mix and match them now and then, pulling that rake of coaches on the thingy and whatever else. So yeah, this is what I'm going for basically. So when I have running shots, and you can see down there it looks like a yard, like that looks like a small local yard, and then over here, you know what I mean, these are where the big boys hang basically and get re-watered, washed and stored and looked after basically, you know, while the little boys play over here. So yeah, that's that's where we're up to today. As I said, it's Saturday now. I've got tomorrow off, so I will be doing a little bit more. The work that's been going to be done here is the point's going to be changed round. As I said in last month's update, that point's going. I'm going to have an express point by here, or I might just use one of these Hornby ones to come, and then straight away on I think it'd be classed as a left hand bend, left hand point or right hand point, I can't quite sure, split off. So one line will go along here represented with these two. So as I said, on the platform here, I'll put in a dividing wall with some of the platform still available for parcels and other stuff, and I'll have like milk churns and stuff on the side here as well with a little ramp, so that goods, it looks like goods get delivered, whatever else. And then I have another siding, or a head shunt should I say, and then split off into two along here for just for storage basically, and have this end piece here. If I do it enough that the I was going to put in another piece of board here, like another piece of board here anyway. I have the cattle yard down here then, so there's, although I want the level crossing, it's not going to be enough, so I'm going to have the bridge or road bridge come across, and then I'll have a road coming down here into this part. As I said, there's going to be a board going here and here anyway, so this will all filter down then nicely in all that. And then here we'll have bridge, and then what I'll do is on that side by there, the little track will come down to there, and then all this by here will be for the parcels and the cattle yard, whatever else. And then the road will extend along here into the village, and then at a T-junction possibly one go left and right, so it'll go left across the bridge to the garage scene, whatever else. So yeah, that's basically where we're up to at the minute. I did notice while wiring yesterday that I haven't got enough of the clips or splices, so that's going to have to be wiring what's left to wire. I'm going to have to wire it limitly because I don't have enough of the clips, and now plus I haven't got enough of the wires either, so I'll do the wiring sparingly for now in certain places, and then when I order the wire, the splices and the clips again to be I'll redo all that then again. I'm hopefully when I get paid on Monday be ordering the board from Wix for the top scene. I'm gonna just order it as a single, like as a measured size. Hopefully they can cut it for me. I've been told that they're pretty good, Wix, unlike B&Q and Homebase where they won't cut a board to a specific size, whereas Wix will. So yeah, that'll be good. And then hopefully once that comes, and there's this corner's now wired up, so I can start ballasting that corner, I can get on with it. You're probably thinking, why is there, just move that for a sec, why is there a point here with a corner? I was thinking of not having the point there, but having this curved point here and the track coming round and then through another tunnel, but I'm not entirely sure whether that would, it might work I suppose, but then it's just another tunnel portal and then another point to wire up, and then obviously I've got to cut the track there to allow that point to go in, and then this is going to be another, so I'm not too sure at the minute until once I get this third platform in, or roughly measured out to how the depth and whatever else, I'll know then where whether the point will be there or whether this track will stay and come out and filter into 3. I might, if I can, have a go at wiring a 3 turnout point. It's not, from what people have said, they're not reliable. They are reliable. I wouldn't mind having a go at doing that. So if it does, it'll probably allow me to have more wider and then just have a piece here for like the loco, just to be standing there as a little piece of head shunt or whatever. So yeah, that's what I've been up to today. Hopefully there'll be more after this bit, me waffling on here, of me going through whatever else I've done. So yeah, thank you very much, and we'll see you as well. We'll see you in a minute. So following on from what I just said, I got paid. I've gone to Chester Model Railway Shop. Not long just got back, and I've got kits, track rubber, track pins, another point rodding kit, and some more glue. So I start off with these. Got these double track tunnel entrances. I got 2 packs. Just got back now, opened one of them, and me being an absolute numpty, not thinking whatsoever or even looking at what it says, where it says tunnel entrances, meaning plural, just thinking they did one in a pack. So I bought 2 packs, opened up to find that there's 2 kits to do 2 tunnel entrances, which obviously I only need 1 pack, but I've got 2. It's not so bad for the single tunnel entrances, because that's fine, because I've got 1 each end for the branch line, and then, as I said, where that new piece of tracks are going to come out with the little platform, I'll use 1 portal for it coming out of there. The other one I probably will use somewhere else on the layout. I think it's on the back where the canal was going. I said I'd put a little country road or something. I'll probably use the one of the tunnel portals there as like a road bridge, whatever, making it look like it's going somewhere, and then might kit bash one on the other side. So yeah, I don't need these 2 kits, which if I'd have paid attention to myself and read what they said, I wouldn't have bought 2 of each one. I only needed the 1. I'm not sure whether I'm going to sell these or keep them. I'm not too sure yet. I got track rubber from Pico. As I know, it's not the track does need a slight little bit of cleaning. As the last time I went in, they didn't have any, and this was the last one, so I grabbed it as I do need one. I got some more track pins as I've laying out the track for the local yard shed and other bits and bobs. I've noticed I'm running out of these, so I've got more. The point rodding kit, same again as the last month's update. Another kit, because the ones I've got needs more, although I'll need to get the other kit. So this is pack, I think it's pack B. I'll need to get pack A with all the little intricate joins and joints, whatever, as I probably won't have enough for them. And then I was talking to the guy at the model shop on how to glue these down. Obviously, in a while ago, you've seen that I was laying them out. I was thinking of using super glue, but the chap suggested me using, when the camera wants to focus, this liquid poly. As he says, it sets within a matter of seconds. He said all you need to do is put a little dab on the end, as it's got a little brush in there off the lid. Put a little dab on it, hold it, and it's glued together. So I've got that. So this all will be getting stuck down now. I've also, not long after I finished work, bought the board for the village scene and some 2x4 as if for putting strengtheners underneath the board, where the station area is, for there, the other areas of the board where I'll have to get another board, because this is only 6 foot by 2 foot, which the town scene board needed to be 5 foot by 3 foot, but nowhere now does sizes like that, or don't even cut sizes. In the the update a few days ago, I said that I'd go to Wix and they'd cut a size of board for me. They no longer do that now. Homebase do, but they don't cut. They don't. The guy said to me when I asked for a board of 5 foot by 3 foot, he was like, "Sorry, mate, we don't do sizes like that anymore." He says the only sizes we've got available are the ones we've got on. So I've had to buy a 6'2" board. Obviously, I only need 5 foot of it, so the bit off the top will go. And I'll put that on the, when you go through the door, you've got the 2 main lines that go through with it on the little edge where I haven't put ballast. I'll angle it, cut a piece out, put that there, and then that finishes that piece off nicely. And that's it really. So yeah, that's where we've got up to this month. That's it for the May update part 2. Well, May update 1, whatever. The other one I did the other day was only supposed to be just a brief inquiry on what I should do with the platforms. The branch line platform. Thanks for the comments on that one. I do appreciate it. I am looking into it at the minute. The past 2 days in work, I haven't had a chance to I have had a glimpse, but not look at it properly, measure it up and everything else. But I will be having a look to see if it's better than what to see if I can do what I can do or whatever. Over there I've got the footbridge kit. I did have a look at starting it, but obviously because I need to put another one on to extend from that being over the 2 main lines for another one to come over to the branch line platform. It says you can add another kit onto it, but looking at the instructions, I'd rather leave building this fully until I got the other platform or the other kit, so then I can just attach it straight on, glue it. There's no faffing around then with any of it really. So that's it for this. Well, as I said, this month really. I've got a few days off within the next week. I think I've got about 4, 5, 6 days off, and then towards the back end of the month I've got 5 days off, although I'm going away to the caravan for a few days in Fairborn. I did take a few videos while we were there last week. I'll be taking a few other videos and putting it in as like a day out trip to Fairborn and Barmouth, whatever. I'll record a video of the path we walked as well, which is a good path. It looks quite a long way. It probably was a few, well, I wouldn't say a few miles, but it was quite a bit of a distance to walk from Fairborn train station and then across the railway bridge into Barmouth. So yeah, I'll record all that. I'll put it up as a day out trip and whatever else. I also took a video of the train going past us. It was absolutely sunny. It was absolutely gorgeous. Every time we go to the caravan, we always have fantastic weather. It's Barmouth, Fairborn, the other side of Bala in North Wales. It is just like it's got its own little climate. I'd say you could leave Wrexham, Chester, whatever, go towards Bala. It could be absolutely hammering it down with rain, probably even snow. You get to the other side of Bala just as before you get to Dolgethley, and it's pure sunshine. It's like a different part of the world, to be honest. It's absolutely cracking weather. So if any of you are around North Wales, I would, well, I'd say go out for a day out in Barmouth, as it's beautiful weather there. There's beautiful chip shop called the Mermaid. It's quite famous actually. They do fantastic fish and chips and all the rest of it. And it's a great day out for the family, to be honest. It's really good. There's not much there in the way of amusements. They've got a little small amusement park, I say. But other than that, they got donkeys on the beach and stuff. The beach is quite big. You don't think about it being as big as it is. You've got from Anglesey, you've got RAF Valley. On Barmouth Beach, there's every single time we've gone, as I've said, we've always had RAF activity. Last weekend, unfortunately I didn't. I caught the glimpse of the back end of a Hercules AC 130. Two of them going over, but they were too low for me to try and take a picture or whatever. But I was gutted. We've had visitors of we've had a few Apaches down there, the AH-64s, a few American fighter jets, the F-16s, I think 2 F-15s. We've had, I think, three or four sightings of the V-22 Osprey. On 2 occasions of that flying over our caravan. There was a guy, they had the back door open, and there was a guy lying down, and he was like waving out of the back door, which was quite a surprise really. But yeah, we get in Barmouth, as I said, there's loads of activity of the RAF. There's like a well-known spotting place just on the other side of the valley from it. If that's another thing you're interested in, I thoroughly suggest you go, because it is a fantastic day out there. And you know, Welsh countryside, you can't beat it. It's lovely. The roads are windy, yes, but the scenery that goes with it is absolutely fantastic and beautiful. You can't really fault it. But enough of that then. That'll be it for this update. I'll crack on, as I said, the next few days, getting all these bits down, sorted, the wiring, ballast, these kits in place, hopefully these glued in, and then hopefully setting out the plan where the sidings was going to go by the branch line. Hopefully they'll have them set down. The local yard set down on cork and all the rest of it, and then the wiring jobs I said I was going to do, hopefully they'll be done, and that'll be it for this month. And then I'll do another, obviously after I've done all that, I'll do another layout update on what I've done and where I'll be moving the layout from there. As I said, with the board, now me getting the board, I can start laying out the village or the town scene it's going to be now. It's not going to be a village. It's going to be a country town scene, as the way I've got the platforms and these bridges. I think it'd look better, although it was originally supposed to be a country theme. It's now going to be more of a country rural setting type thing. So yeah, hopefully that'll be at the end of the month, just wrapping up of where I've been and how I've got on, and then obviously, as I said, we'll progress from there. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've noticed that on my videos, on last month's one, I started putting in writing on the videos and stuff. That was just a twist I started playing around with on the YouTube video editor that I downloaded on my tablet, which is what I'm recording from. And I'm now getting the hang of doing these videos in step-by-step stages and all the rest of it, and putting them on YouTube. It's becoming a lot more easier. So yeah, well, with me waffling on, I'll leave it at that, and I shall see you hopefully in the next one, where we've progressed, as I said, a little bit further on, and where we've got hopefully trains running on 3 tracks. I'll try and do a running session in between all of these updates. I know I've said in previous ones I'll get a running session done. I will try, fingers crossed, promise. I will try and get one done for you guys to see all the locos I've got running, and we'll leave it at that then. So I shall see you in the next one, and goodbye.